Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at 10 features of Honkai Impact 3rd that Genshin Impact needs. Since these are both MiHoYo titles, it's not too much to ask for some of these features to be shared between titles. Let's start at number 10 for our first feature of Honkai Impact. First feature we have is a in-game monthly login where you can get rewards like crystals, coins, materials, even a couple stamina potions, and even a free wish. It's not really for a good banner, but it is a banner nonetheless, and you can get some character fragments where in Honkai you can help build and upgrade characters, and the character fragments will rotate out depending on the month and what they've chosen for your monthly login. That brings us into feature number 9. For our 9th feature, we have Valkyrie character eggs. These eggs are mostly for new players where you are able to choose a 5-star character from the given list of the contents of the egg. This egg particularly is from Land of Wishes, which is a feature in game where you can pretty much ignore, but I'll show you what the characters pretty much look like that I already own them. And when you first start, you're given a character egg where you can choose between probably 8 different characters, and that's something that I believe Genshin could really benefit for. And that brings us to number 8. For our 8th feature of Honkai Impact, we have the Award Treasury, which is basically a place where you can grind some in-game currency. And now, recently, of probably about the 5th year of Honkai's release, I think 3rd for global, we can now start buying characters directly from the shop. We could have always bought grindable character fragments to build them if you collect enough of them over time, but now they've increased the amount we can get per week, which is awesome. Or if you're hoarding a lot of them, you just straight up buy the character, which would be a great feature for Genshin if we can have a farmable currency where per week we could help build up to purchasing or exchanging currency for characters. That brings us to feature number 7. For feature number 7, we have the Armada, which is our clan feature, and World Chat, which we can pretty much ignore World Chat because probably don't need that, but basically Armada. Armada is a feature where you can talk with clan members, and you can also exchange with clan members for goods such as character fragments, upgrade materials, coins, and a lot of other stuff of the sort, which would be very helpful for in Genshin when your clan member might really need to get like a book that only gets on Wednesday, and you have a lot of those, and you can exchange and ask for certain pieces. Additionally, there's an Armada shop where you can exchange for wishes for the standard banner and other materials for upgrading. Cool function of Armada is the simulation battle. You're given trial characters in addition to your own characters if you like, with full gear and weapons where you can earn Armada shop currency where you can exchange for what I showed for in the shop per month. These battles also give you a rough idea of team compositions like I mentioned, and give you a chance to try different characters that you might not own. Acts as an additional in-game demo for the characters. Each week, there's also a couple materials and crystals you get just for being a part of an Armada, as long as you are fulfilling the commissions per that week. And that brings us to feature number 6. Number 6 is a feature near and dear to my heart that I'm pretty sure we've all asked for one time or another, and that's more daily resin, one at lunch and one at dinner, and a resin cap. So if you cap out at resin at your 160 mark, you'll be able to claim overflowed resin to whatever cap they decide to make, and in Honkai it caps out at 100 resin that you can claim for overflow. Moving in to feature number 5. Feature number 5 is banner reruns. In Honkai they're done differently, where you have your new character for the update. For example, in Honkai's most recent update for global, new character came out August 13th to September 3rd was her banner. After it ended was the time for the rerun banners. 1 week for each rerun character of 2 banners, so 1 week for 2 different characters, so there's 3 different characters you could get per this update. 1 was a new one, and 2 were the reruns. If Genshin would implement into run and rerun banners a lot faster, then people would have more opportunities to get their reruns, thus reducing the fear of missing out when it comes to acquiring new characters in Genshin. Sliding in to feature number 4. Here we have character trials. Character trials are pretty much the epitome of mastering a character. Mastering a character mostly in regards to character stress tests. Stress tests unlock when you own a character who has a stress test. In these character trials and stress tests, you unlock different rewards such as wishes, so it's one per trial, different materials for upgrading your gear, and in some of the later missions of the trials, you'll have more difficult levels where you have to have a team composition where they will give you some trial characters to assist you, where you pretty much have to be very optimal with your rotations and your damage to complete the task within time limit or what other challenge they'll have you accomplish. You are tied to your own character's gear when utilizing stress tests, so sometimes you have to come back a little later in the future with stronger gear, better weapons, and more upgraded stats. Adding this to Genshin will pretty much just give you another fun and unique activity to do with your new character that you get, and get a little something for rewards while you're at it. And who doesn't like getting free rewards? Additionally, it'll help you master the character, and that's just helpful in itself. And coming in at feature number 3 is probably the most important and one of the best features of Honkai Impact, and that's Memorial Arena. Minus the fact that it's leaderboard based, where you pretty much have to fight for your spot on the tip top of the leaderboard against all the mighty whales out there. Good for you, you're probably never gonna get there if you're an average Joe like me on the ranking. But in any case, you're going to fight a number of the different bosses available per that given week, and each boss has different characters that perform more effectively on it to earn a higher score based on how fast you can kill them. You can re-challenge the bosses based on the number of tries you would have for that day in order to hopefully increase your score for a higher rank on the leaderboard. Regardless of your overall leaderboard ranking, from just playing this game mode, you'll still earn resources and rewards anyway. When you top the leaderboard, you'll get a little bit extra rewards when you do so, which is completely fine. But it's just a fun activity to do. This is very similar to the boss rush events that Genshin gets, with a lot less modifiers, and mostly you're just focusing on, optimal team comps and strategies based off of the element that's most effective with that boss. Sometimes it's not only elemental based, and there's some characters that will outperform, the elemental type for that benefits against fighting that boss, but that's not always what happens. And if you're ever kind of on the fence of who to bring for like a new boss, because sometimes they'll add new bosses, because Memorial Arena is a very important game mode in Honkai that gets updated very often, you can just check the high leaderboard and basically you'll understand what they're trying to bring with an optimal team comp that nets them to get to the highest leaderboard stats. Now, I'm not saying Genshin needs or, wants a competitive leaderboard such as Honkai and some other gacha games, but it'll still be great to have another permanent game mode, game type, where we can go back every week and play to get various rewards and maybe a little bit of wishes on top of that. But regardless, Memorial Arena, definitely a great game mode that Genshin would surely benefit for. Coming in at number 2, this is Honkai Impact's newest feature and permanent game mode, the Elysian Realm. I already made a whole video talking about the impact that this event will have for Genshin's future content, which personally it's more hopes, but I believe it's kind of likely in the direction that MiHoYo will probably take their games in the future. So I won't really talk a lot about this, but I'll leave a link in the description, and hopefully if you check it out, you'll get all the information you need to know about this game mode and how it will hopefully benefit the future of both of these games. But for now, all you need to know is basically it's a dungeon floors where you fight enemies, collect buffs, upgrade your characters, fight floor bosses, get a lot of rewards weekly and periodically from just doing a couple challenges. It's a lot of fun, very unique. You get some support characters that you can unlock, you can change buffs. I just get excited when I'm thinking about this game mode because it's just a lot of fun, and man, it kicks my butt a lot. I still have trouble trying to beat the challenge mode, but anyway, that's the Elysian Realm. Again, if you want more information about it, check out my other video, and hopefully then I'll give you, the good idea of what to expect with a game mode like this. No baby, number one. Feature number one's gotta be given to the most infamous Honkai Impact feature of all time, and that's gotta be the cutscenes. Oh geez, these cutscenes are fully animated, and they just get better and better over time, and they'll just bring you to tears in some cases. Like, the emotions that the voice actors give to the characters when voicing the lines, and just the script and the animation, oh, it's just so darn well good. And just imagine if Genshin got this treatment. I mean, we're getting a little bit of this, but not at the scale or, the impact that these bring pretty much at the end of very important and emotional chapters, Honkai Impact story. And more of these animations have been coming out. And additionally, they have their own animation studio where they've been putting out their own anime, such as Cooking Valkyries, which is, a cooking show, and ELF Academy, which follows the story of the little support characters that the Valkyries have, where they go to school and have their own adventures and story, which is really funny. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link to that as well. There you have it. Those are the 10 Honkai Impact features that Genshin Impact needs. Let me know what you think. Do you have any features that I may have missed? And if so, leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.